Hi guys, it's Dr. Dawn, Chicago's own board certified OBGYN. I'd like to give a shout out to my Clever Girl crew. I'm here again, here to talk to you and all my other friends that decided to join me. I am here on Facebook Live, and today I wanted to talk to you about a subject that I got on. As you know, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn too. So a lot of times people will kind of reach out to me with different questions that they have, and I encourage that because I had learned a long time ago that when one person asks a question, usually there are 2 or 3 other people that have that question too. Hey Fatima, thanks for joining. So I had a friend of mine who reached out to me. She said, hey Dawn, I have a daughter. She just had her first menstrual cycle. So do I need to bring her in? Does she need to get checked out? Basically, like, what do I do? So I talked to her briefly about it, but this post or this Facebook Live is about that. So again, it's Dr. Dawn, Chicago's own board certified OBGYN. My mission is to empower women of all ages with strong medical knowledge and proactive sexual education that will optimize their physical and mental health, thereby strengthening their self-esteem and motivating them to achieve more for themselves. So that's pretty much why I do this. So now, back to the topic. The topic at hand is my daughter had her first period. What do I do? In 3 topics. So first of all is to know when to anticipate your daughter's first period. The average age is going to be about 12 or 16. That's generally when women or young girls are going to have their first cycle. Now, that means average means they may be 10, some as early as 9. And they may be older, 17, 18-year-olds. So one thing I tell ladies to do is try to pay attention to or remember when you had your first cycle, because it tends to be familiar. So if you had your cycle around 14, you may anticipate your daughter will have it around that time too. The other thing is to pay attention to other characteristics that make a young girl a woman. So is she starting to grow breasts? Is she starting to have hair in different places of her body? Is she having it on her legs? Is she noticing it under her arms? Is she having it in her vaginal area? Those things kind of come before the actual cycle. And then again, is she getting a little curvier? Is she having a little more hips, a little larger, rump or thighs, things of that nature, breasts? So all of those things preclude the actual menstrual cycle, but the average age is going to be about 12 to 15, 16 years old. The other thing that we want to know are, so what symptoms will we anticipate my daughter having? And the symptoms that your daughter can have are the same that women have all over. Is number 1, usually they will, or not usually, but they can have menstrual cramping. Hey, Kimberly, and my cousin, how you doing? So again, back to the pertinent knowledge. So when they have their menstrual cycle, they may notice that they have pelvic cramping. That's very common. And it can be anywhere from mild to severe. And I tell a story. When I was in high school, I thought that I was not going to make it. I wasn't going to make it to my next class. I was laid out on the bench. We were at lunch, and I was sprawled out on the bench thinking, Lord, I'm not going to make it. So my friend came up to me, and she leaned over. She said, you look green. What's going on? I said, I got cramps. She said, oh. She dug in her purse, and she pulled out this big pill. It was huge. But I was in so much pain, I took it anyway. I was like, what is it? She's like, Motrin. Gulped it on down. And I tell you, it was like she gave me the nectar of the gods, because within minutes, those cramps went away. And we were best friends after that, because I was like, you know what? You good with me. So, like I said, cramps are very common. They could be mild, where you may just use a water bottle and get that little heating pad and sit it on your lap. I got a friend that still does that. She puts that heating pad on. She's good. You may be someone like me that needs to take a little medicine, and the best thing is still going to be ibuprofen or Motrin or naproxen, which is Aleve. So you may need that. Other things that women notice are breast tenderness, or they feel a little engorged, but mostly breast tenderness is what people will see. And also what our girls will notice is they can be a little bit emotional. And that's what the moms will come in and talk to me about. Like, I know she's on her cycle because she's acting all kinds of ways. So what I tell my ladies is basically it takes a while for it to be a regular occurring thing. So you may have your cycle at 13. It may take a year and a half before it gets regular. Typically what we call regular is having a cycle every month. But it's not uncommon for women to be a little bit longer. Some ladies are every 35 days. Some people are closer to every 24 days. So one of the things I ask my girls to do, especially when they're just starting, is to write down when their cycle comes, the day that it comes, the day that it finishes, so that you know, okay, I have a cycle for 5 days, or I have a cycle for 7 days. And also write down your symptoms. Okay, I have really severe cramp in the first day, and then after that, I'm okay and I don't need any medicine. The reason it's important to do that is, one, that way you can plan your months, you know when the cycle is coming. Two, if you're someone that has cramping, you can start taking that ibuprofen or that naproxen a day before that cycle even comes. And if you do that, typically that will give you less severe cramping. So write down when your cramps or when your menstrual cycle comes, write down the symptoms, and write down how heavy it is so that you can kind of plan accordingly. So in answer to my friend's question, hey, do I need to bring her in to a doctor? My answer is no, not necessarily. Give it some time, explain to her what's happening. You may talk to her about options. She can wear a pad, she can use a tampon. If she's really into athletics, cheerleading or track or something, she may be more interested in a tampon versus a pad. You don't have to be sexually active to use a tampon. They come in a lot of different sizes. You do have to be careful that you remember that it's in, so that it's not in longer than it needs to be. So main thing about first menstrual cycle is write down when it's occurring, write it down when it happens so that you can see what your pattern is. 2, know what your symptoms are. And 3, a normal cycle for a girl, 12 to 16. And it really is dependent on how you as her mom or her auntie, when you guys had your cycle, because it can be a familiar where it occurs similarly to what you guys had. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit about the menstrual cycle, the first menstrual cycle. If you did learn something, please like this video, share this video. More importantly is share it so that more people can get the information and more people will know what's going on with their body. So I am Dr. Dawn, Chicago's own board certified OBGYN. If you would like more information, I have a website available now. It's drdawnobgyn.com. That is DRDAWNEOBGYN.com. If you go there, you'll be able to download a free audiobook I had. I did a series on contraception options that was pretty popular, so I made it into an audiobook. So if you go to my website, you'll be able to download the audiobook for free. And you will also get some information about my new book. I wrote a new book basically about young girls, and I'm pretty proud of doing that. It's my first book. So go to the website and you'll get some information about when it's going to be available, next couple of weeks, and how you can order it. So again, Dr. Dawn signing off. Thanks for joining me. I will be doing this again next week. And if you have a topic that you would like me to discuss or that you want some more information about, hit me up on Facebook, Messenger, or just, other ways. You can actually leave me your email if you do go to my website. Leave me an email and then I can contact you then. And then we can do another Facebook Live on your topic. All right. Bye, guys.